Roots radic soldier, mama warrior. Top to day, a man.
Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another Ital Eats and Treats video where we prioritize health and longevity. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you all some meal prep. I literally went out yesterday and bought some meal prep containers just for this, but also for the fact that I need to be meal prepping every Sunday. So I have my menu right here, and today on the menu we're going to be making quinoa and peas. If you know, rice and peas is the exact same thing, but for the grain I'll be using quinoa instead. You can use rice if you want. I have a quinoa and peas recipe as well as a rice and peas with red kidney beans and gungo peas, both on my website italeatsandtreats.com, and I'm also going to be making regular white quinoa as well. So those are the two sides, as well as a kale salad that is going to be for calcium, that's going to be for iron, and just a little bit of protein as well, and obviously to get in the chlorophyll from those greens. For the main entree, we're going to be making a curry lentil potato. This has gone viral so many times on Instagram, and it's genuinely one of my favorite things to make. It's so easy, but the flavor profile of it is absolutely out of this world. It's so incredibly delicious, and it's just, oh, it's so good. And it has such a deep umami flavor that for some reason it cannot be achieved with curried chickpeas, so we're making that. And we will also be making jerk chickpeas, which are so good, and that has also gone viral before as well. For drinks, I like to have a cold pressed juice every day. When I start off my day, I like to make sure I'm drinking something that is healthy and something that's going to hydrate me after all those hours of sleep that I just did. You're sleeping for like 7 to 8 hours. You need to make sure you hydrate yourself very well first thing in the rising. I will be making a watermelon juice, and then for a snack I'm going to be making some energy balls. All of the recipes will be on italeatsandtreats.com and linked in the description box down below. Let's go ahead and wash off these meal prep containers. You don't necessarily have to do it in meal prep containers, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out everything beforehand so I can know how much protein is going into each container, so that it can just make my life so much easier. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started to make my Monday through Friday easy and healthy.
A man must know his past to see his future. God speaks about a man with no hope, already a loser.
So I don't know about Uno, but me love fresh coconut. Fresh coconut is so supreme compared to canned coconut milk. I never really like the taste in a canned coconut. It just tastes a certain way, so I always prefer to make my coconut milk fresh, and it's so much cheaper as well. So this is how much I'm going to use. There's actually this much left of the coconut, but I'm gonna put it up because I don't want to make too much at one time, so I'm just gonna make milk with this amount because I just need it for the quinoa and peas and the curry.
Giving thanks and holding on to life when a roots radic soldier, soaring to new heights, mama warrior. Giving thanks, not giving up.
So now we're gonna move on to the quinoa and peas. There is this going debate on Instagram and TikTok about red kidney beans being so much better in rice and peas than gungo peas. First, let me say that red kidney beans are beans, they're not even peas, and gungo peas are literally just so much more supreme compared to red kidney beans, in my opinion. Sometimes red kidney beans taste a bit offensive in rice and peas. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but I just prefer the taste of gungo peas. Gungo peas seem more Jamaican than red kidney beans. Just in my opinion. It's my opinion, alright?
Life is a blessing. You got to make things happen. When a roots radic soldier, defending truth and rights, mama warrior. Giving thanks and holding on to life. When a roots radic soldier.
So right now I'm doing something called burning the curry, which kind of does not make sense for non-Jamaican people because you're not burning anything, you're really just toasting the curry. My mother always told me to burn your curry so that you don't make your belly run, or aka give yourself a stomach ache. But also burning your curry really brings out a much more in-depth flavor. Honestly, I feel like you can really tell when someone has not burned their curry because the flavor is not as sophisticated per se. The flavor has not developed as much. So even though you're burning your curry, you don't want to actually burn your curry. You basically just toast it for like 10 to 20 seconds and it really brings out the deep flavor of any curry dish, whether you're doing curry chicken. But of course, over here on Ital Eats and Treats, everything on my plate is Ital. So we're not having any meat, no curry chicken, no curry goat. We have curry lentils, curry chickpeas, curry plantain. Every curry dish I do, I always love to burn my curry.
A man must know his past to see his future. God will speak about a man with no hope, already a loser. Life battle must be won. I'm a freedom fighter. No retreat.
We are now focusing on the jerk chickpeas recipe. This also went viral on Instagram and TikTok as well. This is one of my favorite recipes to make. I have a jerk lentil and jerk chickpea recipe both on my website italeatsandtreats.com if you're interested in either one of those recipes. These recipes that I chose today are just super simple and easy to make, and I would say each recipe takes less than 30 minutes. The curry dish takes a tad bit longer, but the jerk chickpea honestly could be ready in about 20 or so minutes.
When a roots radic soldier, soaring to new heights, mama warrior, giving thanks, not giving up the fight. A man must stand for something or fall for nothing. What life is all about. A man with no vision has no direction. It's a journey, take the rounds. I'm a lion of Judah, lots of glory and honor. The strength of my ancestors will defeat my oppressors, and I'll never give up. I'll keep on trying. Thanks and praise I'm the giving while I'm living. I will always live on. Life is a blessing. You got to make things happen. When a roots radic soldier, defending truth and rights, mama warrior, giving thanks and holding on to life. When a roots radic soldier, soaring to new heights.
I seriously have to thank myself 10 times and more for deciding to meal prep on Sunday, because this week was a bit tough for me physically but also mentally. Some days I was just not feeling my best and I was feeling a bit sad and I was not in the mood to cook. So when I was able to open up the fridge and I had a nice Ital Jamaican, authentic Jamaican meal already ready for me, sitting in there in the fridge with all of my protein and all of my calcium and all of my iron measured out, this honestly genuinely made my week 100 times easier. And the food stayed fresh from Monday to Friday. It was such an entire and huge blessing. I promise meal prep has genuinely changed my life.
Never give in to slave master, death before dishonor. The battle hard, but there's a win for me. Confident in the victory of good over evil, and I'll keep on fighting. On a roots radic soldier, defending truth and rights, mama warrior. Give it.
Okay, so about two and a half hours later, we have everything prepared. Here we have about like 7 containers, so this will last 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and then kind of like 4 days. weeks, but that is much better than nothing. I also think it could have taken a bit less time if I wasn't filming and everything, and also it'd probably take a bit less time if you decide to just do one, like if you just decide to do a huge thing on the lentils or a huge thing of the jerk chickpeas and just one of the quinoa, not both of them. I did the kale right here, did some watermelon juice, and I did a snack because sometimes I find myself going to buy potato chips and those don't really give you energy and they make you feel sluggy. These are called energy balls for a reason. They're full of great natural healthy ingredients and they're awesome. I am so happy that I decided to do this today because my weeks have just been getting super busy and I've been wanting to eat something healthy and something that I'm craving, like good Jamaican food. So this is my meal prep for today. If you enjoyed this and you want the recipes, all of them will be linked in the description box down below. Remember that Ital is vital. Thank you all so much for watching and I hope you have an amazing week and day.
When a roots radic soldier soaring to new heights, mama warrior.